What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with the regular day, guys. And today, guys, we are fully unboxing, giving overview, thoughts and opinions, deep diving into what comes along with this bad boy right here. And that gun in particular, man, is the Canik TARAN Tactical TTI Combat. Now, guys, we have in here today this very fabulous case that comes along with this special packaging, and I'm extremely late. This gun has been out for quite some time now. I mean, what did they release earlier this year, maybe even late in the last year? I can't remember for the most part, but it's been a gun that I've been wanting to add to my list for quite some time. And if you guys haven't already, you went and checked out the pickup vlog of it, you would have seen, you know, my first shots and all the above, which we'll get into a little bit more later. But I wanted to make this video all about what you get, or my impressions, my thoughts and opinions on the overall package, a little bit on how it's shot and so forth. So obviously you got a very nice case, one of the best pistol cases I've seen so far. Canik Superior Firearms TTI Combat with the TARAN Tactical logo right there. Open it up, you have two little notches right there. Flip one up, flip the other one up, and voila. So you got here a little special little message right there, which I like as well. Dope, clean, adds on to the suspense. Since the conception of TARAN Tactical, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, because I know I've pronounced it wrong over the time now, but innovations in 2011, the singular goal has been to put on the leading edge of innovation in everything we do. I have been honored to watch the brand grow into something I could never even imagine. From countless championship awards to feature films, the TTI brand has had its share of the spotlight. As the Canik brand has grown into the powerhouse it is today, I realized that, like me, they thrived on pushing the envelope. It was this realization that led me to partnering with Canik to create what we believe to be the next evolution of the Canik handgun, the TTI Combat. Every detail of this platform was meticulously designed and reviewed to create what I believe to be one of the most versatile, accurate, and next level performing production pistols ever made. TARAN Butler. So you got this little first little foam picture right here. Actually, it comes like this. And then when you flip it around, you got a little bit of stuff right here, which probably is some things like customize your Canik owner's manual and assemblies and all this and that. So a little bit of instructions on how to set this bad boy up. Now, after removing that, you have your first layering, which features a little baby TTI right there. Now, from what I know, or from what I was told, I believe these are like screws and stuff, or these are like all the wrenches and all that. Screws, wrenches, and all the above that is needed for removing, I guess, the optics and all that, all those type of things. A nice little you know, organization, little thing to put all your screws in, because otherwise they just go into the box of all the other ones already have. You also have an additional magazine, which is an 18 round magazine, and this is a TARAN Tactical magazine, which I also learned that are the same magazines that run in my PDP and all that as well. And these are pretty good quality mags. I don't know if these are Metgar, or I believe it's Metgar. Whoever makes the same as the Walter PDP, that part I just do not know, but I do know that these share the same exact thing. Now, another thing I just noticed is that this is a 18 rounder, and I'm guessing this is an extension with a 21 rounder. I'm just guessing off the rip, but we'll talk about that later. We have two, I'll just pull this out because some of this stuff I can't even grab. You got like two back straps in there. So you got some back straps if you want to swap it out for a bigger, you know, palm swell or however you want to do it. You also got what appears to be optic plates. Yes, optic plates right here, which are plastic. So that's something odd. I never was used to, at least, but you got two little optic plates, I guess, one for RMR, one from like RMS or something like that. And then going into the next layer, you got even more. You have your challenge coin, which is dope, front and back. You have a spring, which I guess is made for like lower pressurized rounds or heavier bullets. This is another recoil spring, which I'm wondering if I might need to swap out, because if you guys know, we had some issues when shooting this at first, but for the most part, it said this recoil spring is ideal for use with competition low power loads. For standard factory ammunition, please use the original spring installed in your pistol, not for suppressors. So you get this one as well. You get a lock to put on the trigger, a trigger lock right there. You got also a whole cleaning kit, basically. Hand loader right there, and a holster. The holster is nice as well, but it does not feature, of course, a light. It's just a pretty standard holster for it. But, you know, when we do our full-on review, something definitely that we could probably put in your hand. It looks like it also has the same type of layout that I could put like a QLS on, so I can easily put it on my belt. But overall, pretty good tension as well. Looks solid. Looks like a solid out the waistband holster for competition or whatever you want to do. Quality control right here. And yeah, man, it's overall a very solid pistol, and I really do like the packaging that this thing came in. So off the rip, the gun looks lovely, of course. It looks very eye-catching, and I think that the collaboration with TARAN Tactical and Canik definitely did their thug thizzle with this gun. Now, when first shooting it, right off the rip, we got a failure, I believe, to eject. And we kept running into that issue over and over. And those are typical things that I've noticed from shooting for quite some time now when dealing with ported guns. Now, for instance, though, like with my Hellcat, a more shorter base, snappier gun, I did not have that issue with it. Haven't had that issue with that, and a couple of other ported weapons. But also, like when I did throw on like a Harrington Arms comp for the PDP, I did run into stuff like that as well. So from what I know, at least from the Canik TTI combat, it's not originally a ported weapon. It's a regular pistol. You add on the comp and the barrel and all that, it does, I guess, take away some of that power that would normally help push the slide back. It is now going up, so that less amount of power to push the slide back makes the power less in the slide actually actuating far, further back. I know I'm trying to sound smart, but obviously this is the issue that people run into when running comp guns. There's less pressure going back and more going up, so it's less power pushing that slide all the way back to, help that bullet escape, or even to feed in, because it might go like halfway and get caught up and you got yourself a stovepipe or a failure to eject or a failure to feed. But when we did get this thing to shoot, it did shoot very well. It was extremely accurate. People have always told me about the trigger on a Canik, and I gotta say, it does live up to the hype that you guys have put out there. A very fat trigger, I would say. Like if you look at that trigger little safety right there, it's extremely fat, where we're used to, like with a lot of Glocks, you have that little blade. It's almost it's the same size. There's more safety than there is trigger, if you see what I'm saying, like the actual plastic of the black, and then the gold being the safety. There's more of that. But check it out. So you got a little bit of mush. This is not a hair trigger, YouTube. Wall, click, reset, mush, wall. So overall, a very solid gun. You also have that little indicator in the back with the little red dot, which I think comes along with like the P99, or I believe it's called the P99. And I'm curious, let me know in the comment section, is the TTI Combat from Canik a clone of the P99? Because I mean, it takes the PDP mags. I don't know if the P99 mags are the same, but it takes the PDP magazines. So I'm kind of curious, is this what it is? Because this gun is from Turkey. It is, though, imported in from Century Arms, of course, but it is made in Turkey, and it is an imported gun from Canik themselves. So right here we got the PDP steel frame. This to kind of show you guys. Same thing. So something, maybe some of y'all already knew out there. I didn't know till a little bit later. But with that being said, the gun itself looks fabulous. It shoots fabulous when it's shooting, but I have had a little bit of an issue. Some people out there have told me it takes a little bit of a break-in period, so I'm going to give it that due justice, put 250 to 500 through it and see how it does. We're going to do a review, and in that review, we're going to go from where we're at now until later. So we're going to shoot it, and if it messes up, it messes up. We'll just keep it at that. But overall, I like, though, the irons on here is really nice as well, but we are going to deck it out with a proper optic. You got ambidextrous on the slide release on both sides. Safety is only on one side. You got the same way to disassemble this thing, which I don't want to do in front of YouTube. It's the same almost with the PDP as well. So it shares a lot of things with Walther's PDP or P99. So with that being said, I guess it's a clone version. Now, You might be a guy that's been doing guns for 5 to 10 years. I've been heavily invested in guns for about 2 years now, right? This is my first Canik. I've seen Caniks, I shot Caniks at the store, but this is my first gun ever shooting it live fire with a Canik. So forgive me if my knowledge is fully not there with it, because this is a new platform for me. And me saying it looks like a PDP or a Walther is my first time holding one of these to actually, you know, kind of tell you about it. But overall, I really do like it. I like the mag well as well. Seems like it's plastic. TARAN Tactical mag well. Shares a lot of the things that TARAN has produced over the years with the mags, the mag wells and all that. I think it's a very solid gun though, that I would love for it to work, and hopefully it will work. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this is more so an overview, thoughts and opinion. When it comes to the packaging on this, it's by far one of the best out there. We've seen the HK VP9's 75th year anniversary, which are very dope as well. But this overall packaging for the price point is extremely, extremely nice for what you're getting in this one. So one of the best that I've seen so far. This looks like a package that TARAN would send out to people to make video content on, like, you feel me, like me or something. But unfortunately, I have no relations with Canik or TARAN Tactical, unfortunately. But with that being said, this is what you get as a normal customer. So extremely, extremely dope for this bad boy right here. So be on the lookout. Review coming soon. Full on in-depth review. We're gonna be taking this out this upcoming week. Actually, I'm probably gonna take this to the range and put her through about 500 at least to see if we can get her broken in and not having any more issues. Hopefully. Unfortunately, recently she was a little iffy. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all as always, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.